Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Pokémon Twilight dev playthrough, where I'm just showing you guys the continue screen right now. This is what you get whenever you boot the game back up after saving. A nice little picture of your character and all the typical information you would expect. So we can go ahead and jump on in the game. We were on Route 2, doing things. I won't lie, I don't really remember every little thing we were doing, but we had gotten a Mant, finally. We probably should heal. But we'll try one more battle. If we faint, we faint, you know? David has a Mant. Only one little Mant. It's probably going to win. It's very high level, actually. We might be in trouble. Oh, Scary Face, okay. That's something that I had wanted to talk about was the AI in this game. I was actually the one who made the AI. Before I came onto the project, it was just like random move selection, which is kind of what it feels like the actual games do. The AI, personally, if you ask me, in PT is in many ways smarter than the AI in the actual Pokemon games. Now, I'm not saying I'm better at programming AI than they are. In fact, just like them, I purposely made my AI stupider than it needed to be. Because let's use the move Splash as an example of what I mean. So, if a Magikarp knows Tackle and Splash in Pokemon, it'll still use Splash a lot. It almost feels like a 50-50 on whether it'd use Tackle or Splash. In PT, it's not quite the same. It'll still have a chance of using Splash, but that chance is based on the other moves it knows and how well they will do against the Pokemon that you are battling. So, you know, if you're battling a Ghost where Tackle won't work, it'll probably use Splash. If you're battling a Rock type where Tackle is not very effective but still works, it'll probably use Tackle, might use Splash, and then if you're just battling, like, another normal type, it'll have an even lower chance of using Splash, I believe. That's just a basic idea of how it would work. I don't know if that specific type combination thing is programmed in, but it does a lot of checking on which move would be logical to use, and gives them weightings based on that. And overall, I think that while I might not have certain things, like, I know that in the real Pokemon games, there's obvious situations where they will use moves if they think you're going to faint that turn, or if you're going to switch out or something. At least it seems that way. It could just be random chance, but it feels like they do have some AI trying to figure that stuff out. You know, like, they'll use a quick attack if you're at, like, 2 HP left or something, and they want to get that hit in. And I think they do have some intelligence in their AI that I don't have in mine yet. But the other thing is that the way I programmed it, I can change the difficulty. So if desired, I could increase or decrease the difficulty quite easily just by changing how important the weightings are. Because if I increase the importance of the weightings, then... Can we even do this? Who can do some damage without fainting? I think Mant. But yeah, if I increase the importance of the weightings, it should make for a more difficult AI. And if I decrease the importance, then it would become a very easy AI. You could even invert it if you wanted just, like, an absolutely stupid character. Because that's the other thing, is I could make the AI depend on the person, and that's something I kind of want to do in Pyco Mundi, is, like, Trainer AI will be better than Wild Pycotroph AI, and then, Guild Masters, which is the gym leaders, they will have even better AI, and then, you know, in the championship at the end of the game, they'll have even better AI. And there would also be, like, easy and hard modes of the game, stuff like that. I have a lot of plans for when I rewrite my AI. No name for Warmy. Getting Warmy this early is pretty interesting, because it didn't used to be available this early on, as far as I remember. We were kind of at a shortage of bugs that made sense for this area. Obviously, it's a forest, you want bugs, but we have, like, Gorva and, Buzzer, whatever his pre-evolution's called. Not very many. Is there anything up here worth doing? There is an item. There is very ugly grass. I remember using this grass in my own fan game I was making previously to Pokemon Twilight, which never got anywhere, never had a battle engine. It was just basically mapping out some stuff and wandering around a kind of crappy movement engine. Because the movement engine in my Pokemon Surrow, which it was called, it was based on a Link to the Past engine thing that I got. And that's not quite the same as the grid-based movement that you get in Pokemon. Although, honestly, I'm not sure what movement system I'm going to go for with Pico Mundi. I'm not sure I'm going to keep this old style grid-based movement. No idea. We'll find out. It's one of those things that I'll just have to decide. I kind of do like the freedom of not being limited to squares. Like, the advantage of the limiting to squares is, like, certain things become simple to calculate. Like, you can easily figure out when you're stepping into a new piece of grass to calculate if there's a battle, stuff like that. There's no ambiguousness in whether or not you're standing in front of a trainer. But, yeah, I don't know. It is a possibility. The other nice thing about grid-based movement is it made the online a little simpler to program because you could kind of figure out where the character was going before they got there. It reduced the side effects of lag. Pretty sure we missed at least one trainer. I don't really remember... There it is, Magatot. Yeah, I don't really remember the exact layout of this place, so I didn't want to go down one way and be the wrong way. But I think we missed a trainer as a result. That was very easy, Magatot. And here we are. We're back on Route 2. I don't know why I'm going in here. There's a Starlet. I don't think there would be anything else new in this grass. Not entirely sure. I can't remember, like, we added and removed Sleef a couple times on Route 2, I think. But it wasn't this section of Route 2. It was, like, in a very specific section. Because one of the things that I quickly realized when working on this game was the weird way that Pokemon encounters were programmed, which was basically you would place these invisible objects that would have a list of potential Pokemon you could run into. With very weird odds. Like, it wasn't just simple percentage odds or anything. It was very strange how it was programmed. I mean, not strange. It's a very simple programming method. It just would have come up with very weird numbers. Do I want to train something else, or do I just keep Starlet out? I think we'll just keep Starlet out. But, yeah, it's basically the nearest of that object would choose what the grass contained. So there were places in the game where you could get a special Pokemon in just like one little section of grass compared to the rest of the route. Which I think it's still programmed that way. Can't really remember. Okay, that sucks that we got the speed decrease. This Ribian is tough. Ribian's not really an early game Pokemon, I think. We might be in trouble here against this thing. It's gonna suck if we faint here. It's a long trip back. Wow. Should have been training all my other Pokemon, I guess. But yeah, so the basic story of Sleef is it only appeared in one small piece of grass, and I just can't remember whether or not it is currently available, and if so, which piece of grass it would be in, if it was on this route, or if I moved it later in the game, because one of the big issues with Pokemon's stat systems, and I'm so glad we won, even though we'll probably lose the next battle. But yeah, one of the big problems with how stats work in Pokemon is that if you want a single stage Pokemon to be useful, it has to be overpowered for the early game, pretty much, unless you give it like crappy moves. I guess I could try to avoid trainers, except it's really hard because we gave them really good eyesight, so like, yeah. But yeah, if there is Sleef, I think he'd be in that grass there. And this guy's probably going to have a Sleef, and we lost our fire types. So we are in trouble. I can't remember what Mist does. One of those moves that's just like, well, it exists. But yeah, Sleef was basically way too strong, and so I had removed him, but then I think whenever it took so long to get the next update out, I decided to bring him back in 5.16. And now we lose. This is what I'm talking about, though. That Sleef was vicious. Alright, well anyway, we can go ahead and run back though. No big deal. Maybe we'll get a Magatot or a Gorva or whatever may appear in the forest. We will find out. It really doesn't take that long. We can get the trainer we missed as well, assuming we missed a trainer. There's like this area here, yeah. It's a great place to find something that I skipped over. He's a cool trainer, huh? With just a level 9 Mant. Alright, well we can Ember it. Normally effective, but you get the same type of attack bonus. Good stuff. Yeah, I'm actually really looking forward to rewriting the AI. Holy cow, that was a critical hit, wasn't it? Try to make my AI smarter and more easily modifiable, add more moves to it. It was one of the... Personally, I think it's one of my better additions to this game, was just making the AI smart. Okay, I don't remember seeing that guy before. Let's go up here and find out what his deal is. Okay, let's get into battle first. Oh no, it's a Mant. Run away. Man, Sinjet's almost dead. Oh, this guy doesn't do anything. Oh right, this guy. I don't remember what the deal is with Mondays. But it is Monday, isn't it? Yeah, it's currently Monday. I don't know. I don't know if the code's broken, if he just never showed up on Mondays, or what. Or if there's some secret way to find him. Genuinely no clue. Man, we got a lot of Wormies. Like a ridiculous amount. They're really, I think they'd be better off being a cave Pokemon. But, we got them in the forest here. And Paikomuni will have at least a couple more potential forest Pycotrophs compared to what we had in here, because I've invented a few, like the Electric Rabbit and stuff could easily be in there instead of Wormy, because it is part land type, just like Wormy will be. Alright, well we didn't get... I'm pretty sure Gorva appears in there, but we didn't get it, so whatever. Do we want to fight Mr. Sleef guy, or do we move around? Got some flowers over here. Okay, that guy's not even a person that cares about anything. Okay, do we have anyone to fight? Come on. Pretty sure it's this grass. I gotta be very careful. Okay, so he's right there. Even if there is Sleef, it'll be really rare. Like, we did extreme rarity a lot. Like, you'll get that sometimes in Pokemon, especially in the newer games. Well, it'll be like those 1% appearance rates. We had a lot of that in this, considering how few Pokemon we actually had to squeeze in. But it's because we were trying to squeeze in a lot of what we had into the first 3 gyms, which is obviously a bit nonsensical. Because we would have run out of Pokemon to have at that appearance rate. Something else I'll need to do with this series is play at night sometimes, so we have a chance of getting, what's his name? Myraid. Which, that was one of my additions, was making Myraid have a really, really rare appearance rate on all outdoor routes at night. Because I thought that'd be interesting, because, like, individually, if you're searching for him, like, just you want to find him, like, the chances of finding him is really low. But if you just play at night normally, you'll eventually find one, basically guaranteed. Because it evens out since it's on, like, every outdoor route. Okay, we're not getting Sleep. Like I said, you know, this is no 100% run or anything. We're not going to waste our time doing that. So is this where you get Secret Power, I think? Okay, yeah. So, Secret Power and a Pikachu doll. I wasn't really involved in the secret bases programming in this, as far as I remember. It's kind of hard to say, because, you know, the last update was more than 5 years ago, and the main progress on this game was even years before that. So I do tend to forget exact things that I helped with. But yeah, so we can teach Secret Power. Who wants it, though? Do we give it to Dandaloft? Because I'm probably not going to use Dandaloft anyway. He's level 2, so I'd already have to do the swap training just to get it. Yeah, there should be a thing we can use it on somewhere. Now, this is one of my additions to the game. One of the only, like, big things I added that wasn't a secret area. I think the invention of this mostly came down to he invented Harvesta and all those guys. Is it Harvesta? You know, the corn Pokemon. Maisie, that's it. I think it's Maisie, Harvesta. I don't know what else. We can't even get the stick at this time of year. That sucks. Yeah, basically it's seasonal based on whether or not you can get them. It's a very big farm. Huge, but there's nothing here at this time of year, unfortunately. Oh well. I'm gonna have to find some way of dealing with this in Pikemundi so that... Because obviously, like, having yearly based stuff in a demo was fine because, you know, we knew we were years away from releasing, so if people, you know, just paid attention to the game during the release, well, leading up to the release, they could have gotten it, but not so much when the actual game comes out. This is a boring house. I guess she does have an explanation for why it's boring. Hey, it's me! You're a new trainer? Come see me after you get your first badge. Yep, that is me. Very cool person. What do we got here? Spickle was created to heal the sick. Really? I didn't know that. Really? They can cure any disease? I feel like that needs changed. I don't think that should be in the lore of the series. It's a little excessive. It means, I mean, it'd be a good reason for someone like Team Rocket to be stealing them, I guess. It'd be the ultimate full restore. Okay, we don't want to go to Route 7 yet. I do find it interesting that this town does have 2 exits on the west side. The map's going to kind of get flipped around, I think, in Pikemundi. Because I've made it where this will be based on real islands over in the, I think the Southern Antilles, or however you pronounce them, but I would like 10 of these, I guess, right? No, I only have enough money for 9. Good. Whatever. But yeah, and basically the island that, this island, you know, I haven't shown the map, have I? But yeah, the island that's kind of shaped like this is flipped the other way around, so that will probably have to happen. I might not flip everything around, you know, but some things will be flipped, some things won't. The map's not going to be just a straight copy-paste. Gonna have to do some major work. Alright, and we do actually have new maps for some of these areas that never got put in the game. Bouncy Ball made some really nice maps. The forest was one of them. Oh, so you get the fishing rod here, huh? I was gonna give it on Ochre Island in my current plans. I probably still will. Okay, rockets. They all just live in this house, huh? Alright. Just yesterday I decided that that Spickle might be like a specially typed Spickle, the shiny one. Because one of the ideas I had is that Spickle's, whatever they're called, crystals, that's the word. I was trying to call them gems for some reason. Maybe because there's a gym here, but yeah. They absorb energy, and one of my ideas was that they had a chance of absorbing type energy if they lived in an area with that type. And one of the problems with the Iron region is just the lack of snowy areas. So I was gonna have an ice cave that maybe it came from, and that would be why it would be part ice type. Okay, this is bad. Okay, this is still really bad. Having a water gym first is not great. It's gonna be a basic type, which is normal type, in the Pikemundi game. I really should have trained a little bit. I also decided you will be able to skip this gym, at least initially. You'll still have to beat it to get to the championship, but you could leave, go get the second one, and then come back, or come back at any point in the game and get it. And the gym leaders will level up as well. Wow, this jerker is a jerk. Obviously it's a reference to Tear Jerker, but it is a jerk. Propolis. Yeah, we'll just keep him. Charlotte's getting the levels, I guess. You know what? We're gonna Sand Attack. Oh, great. Constrict. I spent a lot of time trying to program the Gen 3, like, stat change effect, and it never really looked very good in my attempts to program it. Oh, good. Now my accuracy is down. So we have just these basic arrows, which honestly, they're a bit more obvious what they're doing. It'd be even more obvious if they had some, like, symbology for what they were lowering, which is probably something I can get if I ever get an actual, you know, graphical designer working on this project. Oh, I guess Jerker. I don't know if we're gonna win or not. We do have the accuracy lowering, so... Oh, come on. A paralyze on the first lick? Why does that always happen with lick? I don't get it. It's not a guaranteed paralyze, is it? I thought it was a pretty low chance. I don't know. Lick is not one of those moves that I, like, really put into my mind as something to memorize. Ow. Oh, goody. I'm fully paralyzed. Oh. Come on. I really want to beat this gym in this episode. Ow. Come on. Oh, good. He's wasting his turn, kind of. Unless I miss, in which case it was not a waste. Nope. There we go. Alright, Jerker. Good job. Yes, the levels. It was all luck. I wouldn't say that. There was some small amount of skill involved. Very small. Alright, let's heal up. Very nice not having that animation. Intended to program it, just never got around to it. Animations are a lot of work for very little reward. You know, just waste time. Same thing with move animations, those things. Wow, Dandeloff really goes crazy on this idle animation he has. I feel like we should probably train Lillief up a little before we go into any more battles. So we'll go up on Route 7 here, find someone to battle, or wild Pokemon. We could get an Iomer if we wanted. There's also Gillup. Such a weird thing. It should be here. We could go in the cave, get a Edomite, but that'd be completely useless against a water type. Alright, level 3 versus level 14. No. Mega Drain. Ow. Something I saw recently was that they'd boosted the power of Leech Life in the latest Pokemon games by quite a significant margin. Because it used to be like the crappiest of the moves. But now it's... I think it's better than Mega Drain. Which is pretty crazy. Alright, come on, we can do this. I think Sinjit's got it. Yeah. Oh, I should have used Quick Attack. Why didn't I use Quick Attack? It didn't matter, but I could have. Just all pretend that I did. 81 XP, level 10. Lillief grew to level 4. 5. Only 2 levels? Dang. Lillief. Get back out there. A level 2 Iomer? Huh. I don't know if that's on purpose. I feel like it's probably meant to be level 12. That almost makes me want to release a 5.017, and the only thing it does is change this Iomer's level. Honestly, I might have unreleased changes. I would have to go check my documentation. But I might actually have, like, patches that I worked on, but never released. In fact, I'm almost certain I do, because one of the things I was doing was I was starting to do the type changes back when this update came out. So that means I was thinking about, like, plant type and stuff back in 2014. I didn't do plant type. I think I did, like, spirit and metal, maybe? I think I did 2 types in 5.16. Can't really remember. I'd have to check the moves, obviously. Come on, training. At least get Lillief to level 6, you know? At least it'll be useful at level 6. Leaf Shower is a really crappy move as well. Dang it, didn't even level up. Alright, these rocks are pretty cool. There's a secret base location we could check out. Can't remember what else is in this cave. I don't know if Spickle is. I'm pretty sure Criddle should be. We could try. I don't think Metamite starts out with a fire attack. Holy cow. Let's get Jerker out. Rock Blast. 4x effective. There we go. Lilith gained another level. Now might actually be useful. He says Metamite's not strong. I just had him say that. Oh, it's been 30 minutes since we last saved. That does count time spent on the title screen, though. There's my base. This is a pretty fancy thing. Like, we did some cool things in this. The online was really cool, too. Had a lot of fun with the online. I regret that, like, YouTube wasn't as big of a thing back whenever we were working on the online, because we did some crazy things. I basically made these custom hack scripts that would do all sorts of crazy things. That like turn trees into things that would make, you know, Glane sprites fly over the screen. I still have the scripts. If I can get logged in and stuff, I can probably show some of them off. That would definitely be a good end to this series. I don't know why we have a second base here. I think each base, I don't know if it looks different inside or what, but it probably does. No other trainers before we head inside, huh? Obsidian Cave looks way worse inside than it does outside. Oh well. Anyway, we can go ahead and head on back, I guess. We never caught Niamer or Gillup. But I'm just eager to actually work on this gym. So we will give Lilith a chance. And see what happens. Alright. One of the interesting things about this game, though, is the amount of ideas that we had that came into the actual Pokemon games in, you know, the 10 years since we invented those ideas. There's been a lot of things. It's like, hey, we thought of that first. Obviously, Nintendo just had the same good idea as us. Wow, that is terrible. Super effective, same type attack bonus, and it does barely any damage. And the level difference isn't even that big anymore. I feel like Smokescreen from a water type doesn't make much sense. Probably invent a accuracy lowering move for water types. Hey, Lily 1 learned Growth. I could use Growth. That's not a move I typically use, and it's probably a bad idea to use it, but you know. There we go. Special attack increased. Ow. Great, we got the speed decrease. We're just utterly doomed. And it missed. I don't remember what Leaf Shower's accuracy is, but obviously it's below 100, right? Oh no, we did get Smokescreen, didn't we? I forgot, because last time we got Smokescreen, it didn't actually matter. It did nothing. This time around, things were different, though. You know, I'm going to send out Dandaloft, and then we'll do a swap out, because I think we got this battle. I think Starlight can handle this. Probably. That kind of hurt. But it's already hurt, so you know. As long as we... Oh, okay. There we go. Dandaloft, level 3. Come on, level 4. Another one? Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Let's hope we can get a sand attack in before we faint. Yeah. That gives someone else a good chance. Oh, really? 2 sand attacks. That gives someone else a really good chance. Alright, so we can go ahead. We'll send in Dandaloft again. I'm sending in Dandaloft just because Warmy is weak to water, so I don't really want to train it, even if it would make sense. Alright, another Smokescreen. Dang. Okay, well that sucked. This is going to be a long battle if I keep Jerker out. I'm going to go ahead and play my luck here. The plus side is it wasn't prioritizing water moves since Jerker was a water type. Okay, it really wants to lower my accuracy. It's a jerk. That's because it does take into account how lowered your accuracy is before choosing to lower accuracy. So, you know, if you're already -5 on accuracy, it will prioritize it very low. But if you're at none, then it prioritizes it higher. Which is smart, and very dangerous. Alright, well, we won that. Next up is the gym leader. I don't know that we can beat this gym leader. If we do, it's only going to be through the power of friendship and all of my Pokemon together. But we don't have enough time to do that in 30 minutes. I could do a long episode. There's no limits or rules to the series. This is a very casual series. This series is more for me than it is for anyone else. Alright. Sending out Lily first, I believe, which is just as well. Send against the weakest one. On the plus side, Trilobers are doubly weak to grass-type moves, and that didn't do much damage. Okay, that wasn't very good. I could try a growth. Oh, great. I mean, that's fine. It's kind of a wasted turn, but it means... Well, actually, no, it's good. It's increasing defense, but this should be a special attack. That was actually very beneficial for us. Lilith might be able to do some real damage here now. Because we're growthed, we gained a level. We don't get paralyzed, that'd be nice. Yep. Okay, that didn't do much. We were apparently relying a lot more on the 4x weakness than I previously realized. Still, though, we're getting the damage in. I think his third Pokemon is the evolved form of Trilober. Is that Trilotoggle? I feel like that's the case. We're probably going to be slower than it, so we'll just faint immediately, but if we could get a hit in... Yeah. Oh well. I think it does, you know, use a damaging move if you're low on health. I think I did program that in now that I think about it. Who do we send in? I think we send in Starlit. This is going to be a rough battle. We'd better get this in. Okay, we're not getting that in. What move does Sinjet have? Leer. Yeah, well, okay, goodbye. Yeah, I don't think we're going to win today. Yeah, this gives us something to work towards, though. In PT, the gym leaders were actually quite tough. You know, in Pokemon games, there's often that one gym leader that you go against that just, like, utterly wreck you. For me, a lot of times that, in the original Gen 1 games, that would be Misty. Just because I always started with... wow, that was terrible. I always started with Charmander. And didn't really have much to fight that Starmie. That Starmie was dangerous to me. Yeah, we're about to faint. Really had no chance. We'll go capture an Iomar, gill up, do a little training. Maybe go in the cave some more. We could go to Route 5 as well. Maybe I'll play at night next episode. I'll change the time on my computer. But yeah, so that is another episode in the bag. I did realize I didn't show you guys the saving method. I mean, it's that. It's very fast, very good. Nothing really more to say about it. What else we got? We got this. We got exactly an hour on our game time. That's interesting. We do have the options page, which does have text speed, which I could turn to fast. Detail mode. I'm not entirely sure what that affects. Probably very minor things, like little sparkle effects and stuff or something. I have no idea. Yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!